You may bring her great joy, but you can also cause deep sorrow. It's not what you bring in a material way that will provide true happiness. Riches without love are nothing. It's only as you love Emily unconditionally and cherish her completely that will keep her heart one to yours. Nick, do you vow here that you will love her, you'll be true and loyal to her, patient in sickness, comforting in sorrow, forsaking all others, keeping yourself only unto her as long as you both shall live? Nick, will you repeat this vow to Emily, saying after me? I, Nick, take you, Emily, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until we are separated by death. As God is my witness, I give you my promise. Nick, I'm going to ask you to turn your palms up now so Emily can see, and I want Emily to hold those in your hand. Emily, I want you to look at those hands. Nick's large hands that have. This is one of the tallest wedding parties I've ever been. Big guy. I thought Nick was big. Yeah. Big, strong hands, young, and lots of strength. We watched those hands perform many duties: touchdown catches, dunks, some three-pointers. Emily, you had your share of three-pointers too, though, didn't you? Yeah. These hands are young and strong, and they promised to cherish you all the days of your life. These hands will work long hours to earn a living for you and for your family. These are the hands that will become nicked and bruised and from fixing things and working on things and moving things to make your lives better. These are the hands that might on occasion wipe tears from your eyes, Emily, that will comfort you in illness and hold you when fear or grief comes your way. They are special hands. Emily, the one whose hands you are holding needs to be your husband. Upon your life and your love and devotion, he's going to look to you for strength and inspiration. He will look to you for encouragement, for cheerfulness, for confidence. May your life, Emily, and your love be the inspiration that will constantly point him and bring him to greater dependence on the Lord. Emily, at your turn now. Do you vow here that you will be loyal in adversity, ministering to him in affliction, comforting him in sorrow, and forsaking all others, keeping yourself only unto him as long as you shall live? Emily, just as Nick did earlier, I'm going to ask you to repeat this vow to Nick. I, Emily, take you, Nick, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until we are separated by death. As God is my witness, I give you my promise. And women, have you turn your palms up, keeping those in Nick's hands. Nick, I want you to look at those hands. These are the hands of the one who just promised to love and cherish you all the days of your life. These hands are young and carefree now. But one day, they will show signs of wear and tear. And they'll become rubber because they will work hard to make your life better. These are the hands that will hold any children that God will give to the two of you. With those hands, you will communicate tender love, soothing them through illness and providing much needed nurture. These are the hands that might wipe your face from an occasional tear in wonder and awe that you would even cry for her. Nick, remember these things and treasure them all the days of your life. As the two of you now join hands, remember that these hands will also be the hands that bring praise to our Lord for the blessings that he will provide for both of you. Also, these are the hands that you will need to daily fold in prayer as you pray for each other and for your family as it may grow in years to come. At this time,